Demographics of West Charlotte today are essentially 75% free and reduced lunch, 92% African Americans, and the graduation rate over the last several years has hovered around 50%. Now, the question we have to ask, and I think our superintendent is starting to ask these questions in an appropriate way, which is, number one, what does a high school diploma mean? Is it meaningful? Can it trade you into work after you come out? Or prepare you to go to community college or college? Number two, what are we going to do year after year if we're not graduating 50% of these kids? Where do they go? And again, going back to the first point I made about global competitiveness, when I went to China, I went to an elementary school. I wanted to go to a school. I wanted to see what a school looked like. And I walked in and, the paint was chipped. The physical plant wasn't pristine. But when I got into that classroom, I saw like 30 kids. They let the boys sit in the front, by the way. So the girls were sitting in the back. That's a whole nother subject. But they were snapped at attention. Now the thing that they know, those kids know this, because they're there at school at 7 o'clock and they're there longer than our kids are, and when they go home, they're working on getting ready for the next day. But those kids know that classroom is a place that there are probably 100 kids that would want to take their place. And so they understand what their competition is. Our kids don't understand that. They don't understand what they're competing against. And as the mayor of a global city, you got to start helping to raise the level of urgency around that question. So I'm proud of things like Project Lift, which is a private sector funded effort, $55 million of private money going in to the West Charlotte High School and the feeder schools beneath it to raise the level of urgency and raise the level of attention to these issues so that we can graduate kids out of school. The diploma will mean something to them. On the issue of taxes and spending and revenues, if I asked everybody in this room about taxes, you all have different opinions about them. Let me share with you mine. What bothers me about I don't like paying taxes, by the way. And I do pay them. People act like the mayor doesn't pay taxes. The mayor pays taxes. So I don't like it either. But what I like least about paying taxes is when I'm paying more and getting less. And I can't see the value of what it is I'm being made to pay. And, Bill Clinton used the phrase arithmetic to describe the challenges with our federal situation. But the reality is we're going to be paying more at the federal level for less of something. It's just the way it works when you're trying to cut down on your debt.